Yes, Mika, the floor is yours.
Hey, thanks, Oleg. And sorry about that. We fell off the internet for just a little while. So I'm Mika from Grib, and this is Puria. He's gonna tell a little bit about the company, and then I'm gonna tell about you guys, maybe.
Very good. So this is Grib, a technology startup from Helsinki. We are working mainly in the XR space, especially looking at the future interactions in AR and MR. And so far we have been building an application called Grib, which is the world's first 3D software for 3D modeling in augmented reality. And we build an application that for the first time is so easy to use that you don't need to have a trainer. So you can even have it for a kid that can use it for the first time without anybody teaching them how to use the application. And they can create the first 3D model after a few minutes, and it's 3D printable. So the interface is quite simple, and it's designed so that they do not need to have any fancy terms, and this almost textless interface. So we have also had the attention and interest from big companies like Dassault Systems and Apple itself, and Maker 3D, which is a 3D printing service here in Nordics, and national broadcasting company Yle in Finland, and Heureka, which is the biggest science center here. So this is something that we have been working on, and we started the operations working on this application at the beginning of the year. I can tell when we go to the next slide, so if you can stay on the previous, thank you. So we have had about 6 months so far, and we have built over 115 builds. That's in average almost 20 build per month, almost 1 build per working day. So even though that we have been a small team, I think the development has been quite good. So we're quite happy and excited. So this is our interest, and we're very much excited about the future of AR and MR. And if you go to the next slide, so something that we are looking into is how is the future interaction? What if we could create things and contents and develop applications directly in XR? So what would be the tools and the future platforms that we need, so that we don't need to sit in front of a computer to develop something and then wear a lens or use our AR device, go and see how it's being built. So if you go to the next slide, something interesting now that we actually hear for this, that we want to make a standard platform where you can develop directly in XR. And this is something that not just for developers and coders, but also we see even designers are the developers of the future. So you do not need to have necessarily coding skills, but the special thing here is whole new type of interaction, where it's a combination of an XR engine, a very specialized XR engine, and also an XR interface that together it enables this kind of possibility. And the XR engine itself can be used by other XR applications in the future to be used and create amazing stuff in the future. So if you go to the next slide, we call it Orem. The Orem is coming from Latin. It means thing or things, and then O is sort of we design it so it looks like an infinity of things. So about Finland, actually next slide is a good idea. So about Finland, we are a small nation and population up here in North, but we have a long history in graphics, and per capita we have a very good number of graphic innovations and graphic companies that were born here, and so many of them were sold. Some of them are now big companies. So per capita we have the most, and that was what makes us quite strong in the ecosystem of computer graphics up here. So actually from the people who have had experience with those companies, if you go to the next slide, now we are going through a team upgrade where they're joining our company to make this engine and this future happen possible. So last summer we were about 13 people, and I think we were 11 nationalities altogether, so quite international. And now we kind of upgrading the team where people with their experience in the graphics companies that has sold to bigger companies are now joining us. And also we're looking for world-class developers and talents to join us. That's why again we're here. So in our team, you can see like we have Artyom, Casimir, and Nico that are working on the development side. So it has been a small team so far, but there is a lot of positions that are going to be available in the following months. So we're looking for a lot of talents, but quite skilled and world class again. So we're very excited to meet you, and we're coming to Ukraine. Looking forward to it. Next slide, if we can go. Yeah, so if you think that you're the world-class programmer and you're looking for a world-class opportunity, we would be happy to have a word and meet you once we're there. And please don't hesitate to contact us beforehand. I think Mika can give more details. This was just general, in a nutshell, and very quick about company.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, we're looking for senior developers who are looking to start up and build their own, also lead teams in engine development and SDK creations using C++ and OpenGL. Experience with AR, MR, XR technologies, so ARKit and AR Core, super good things. If you know Unreal or Unity, that's cool. It's not based on those things, but could be a plugin. And what else is there? Yeah, if you know also GPU hardware specifics, that's gonna help you understand and create the engine of the future as well. And then there's of course application and project developers that we will be looking at. We need to build a nice cloud platform, so cloud developers will be interesting for us as well. So
I think also part of aside from the engine developers, it's going to be native developers, so Android and iOS, and also then the UX developers, because we're dealing with a lot of these 3D and 3D content creation, at least at the moment. So I think a lot of talents that we're going to be hiring in the next few months. So
quickly about the culture. So yeah, we're super international and we're kind of casual and laid back. So we feel that if there's a challenge that would be your ball game, then you take up on that challenge and you fix it together with the team. There's nobody handing down you tasks or missions, but we create and we solve problems together. We have an awesome office with a swimming pool, gym, and sauna all day at everybody's use at the office anytime. So if you feel like taking a relaxing swim or refreshing swim during the day, you can do that. It's not when you work or how you work, so long as results are shown. And I think happy people are going to provide those results. So let's make the environment like we like it.
Exactly. I think a few months ago, our neighbors here, they called us the coolest TED Talker from Helsinki.
Tech toddler, yeah.
So it's a cool environment.
Yeah. So that's off quickly.